Hi there everybody and welcome back to another video on the Toon Review YouTube channel. My name's Paul. Thank you so much for tuning in. As usual, if you do enjoy today's video, please give it the thumbs up as it really does help the channel in the search results. And of course, if you're new and you like what you see, please do subscribe. Free to do so, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload such as this one or a live show in the future. Now, there's a bit to get through today. Obviously, the rumours of PIF and Liverpool Football Club, that's what's been kicking around the media this morning. However, PIF have come out very, very quickly to squash that. It looks like Paul Mitchell and Eddie Howe have finally decided to have talks and bury the hatchet or whatever they needed to do, and we can all move forward now and forget about this civil war that was apparently going on. It's good news for everyone at the club if that's the case, and we can all move forward. And also Kieran Trippier, it looks like he does still want to leave. It's nothing to do with Newcastle United Football Club, but he wants to possibly go and finish his career abroad again. One in particular manager keeping a close eye on him, and the move is down to personal reasons. So we'll talk about that a bit at the end, but we'll start off with the PIF. Now, what happened was John Henry, who obviously is one of the owners of Liverpool, was in New York to broker a deal with PIF and try and bring PGA Tour Golf and Live Golf closer together. Apparently, PIF were looking to a potential £1 billion investment into the PGA Tour, and this would bring them closer together. Of course, there was a lot of rigmarole when it all kicked off, but they seemed to be getting closer together. That's why John Henry was in New York, to try and broker a deal with that. Now, of course, the media have put two and two together and thought, oh, hang on a minute, PIF, Liverpool owner, there's got to be something in this. It must be that PIF want to buy Liverpool Football Club. And it couldn't be further from the truth. Like I said at the start, PIF have come out and squashed it very, very quickly. It's in the Chronicle, the report. It's across the media as well. But that's where the initial rumour came from. Now, it does obviously explain what happened with the ownership in Newcastle United in July when Amanda and Mairdad stepped down or left the club or whatever it was that they did. And that Newcastle United sort of were then owned by PIF and, of course, RB Sports and Media. PIF having 85% and the other 15% going to RB Sports. And, of course, Newcastle then bring in Paul Mitchell under the guidance of CEO Darren Eales and a full football review to take place in the next 5 years. So what that's possibly saying to me is, since the takeover, of course, we were told that there was a 5-year plan in place at Newcastle United. Now it looks like, because of the structural change, etc., they're starting from zero again with a 5-year plan. Simple as that. Paul Mitchell's in there to do a full football review and overhaul everything. And we've already seen that start. Of course, the rumours kicking off that people are unhappy behind the scenes, etc. But look, I'm all for it. I think Paul Mitchell's going to come in and do a brilliant job, no matter what you think of him at the minute. I do believe he is the man to take us forward. And Eddie Howe, hopefully the manager to get us some success, because that's apparently what they are looking for. It says, with Mitchell holding a host of meetings at the club with the academy, NUFC women, scouting department and executive staff, that thorough review is now well underway. So already that 5-year review is well underway. Now, Becky, the women's manager, did come out and say that she was in constant contact with Paul Mitchell. So, the women's team, I think, he wanted to reiterate that the women's team is still very, very important, despite Amanda stepping aside. That they want Newcastle United women in the very top league as well. So it's good that he's had those conversations. I think it can only benefit Newcastle United, to be honest. I think, from what the report is saying, is that Newcastle United are still very much want to be number one in Europe. Al Ramayan has come out and said that it's still the number one aim. We want to be the best team in Europe. We want to be the best team in England. And look, whatever you think, okay, things are happening now. And things, for me, are looking a little bit more positive with reports like this. And certainly the speed that PIF have come out and squashed these rumours about the takeover at Liverpool. Because like I said, they would have to sell Newcastle United in order to buy Liverpool. They can't own two Premier League teams. And I think that's why PIF have come out very, very quickly and made a statement that they are fully still behind Newcastle United. They are still going through with their plans, and they will see it through. And, I think this really should put everything to bed about, stuff going on in the background that really is up and down. I mean, we'll come on to Paul Mitchell and Eddie Howe in a second, but I just think with the speed that they've responded to this, it can only benefit Newcastle United, and it can only benefit us as fans. The media, again, shit-stirring, trying to make stories up that aren't there. PIF want to buy Liverpool. That's never been the case. It was a meeting to do with golf, and, again, a lot of the media putting 2 and 2 together and getting 5, quite clearly. And again, it's trying to put a dark cloud over Newcastle United Football Club. But, us as fans, we're used to that now, I guess. But obviously, there has been rumblings in the last few weeks, with what's gone on with Eddie Howe and Paul Mitchell, that maybe PIF are fed up. Maybe they want it out because they can't spend any money because of PSR. They can't go anywhere with the ground situation. They can't build it up to what they wanted to because of restrictions there. And it's become a little bit more difficult than they thought it would be. However, Yasser Al-Rumayyan has come out and blocked all this and said, load of rubbish. He is still driven to take Newcastle United to the very top. So I think that should set everybody's mind at rest. And especially about the Eddie Howe and Paul Mitchell situation. They've apparently held talks to clear the air. So that is, again, another positive, because we can all start looking forward now. Because I think things aren't right on the football pitch right now, and I think that's where the concentration needs to be. It needs to be on the football pitch, not in the boardroom or back, the behind the scenes stuff. We want to see improvement on the football pitch. I'm sure Eddie Howe does. I'm sure Paul Mitchell, Darren Eales and Yasser Al-Rumayyan do. We all want it. So hopefully, with PIF coming out very strongly this morning like that, and also Mitchell and Howe clearing the air, moving forward. I mean, it says clear the air, but, who knows? Maybe they held talks to start planning things together and working closer together than what they have been since Mitchell came in. Because since Mitchell's walked in the door, he's had a lot to do. There's a lot needed done at the football club. He's had to change a few structures that people not necessarily have been happy about, but he's had to do it as the main man now. So the fact that they've cleared the air talks as well, that is surely a bonus. Many reports of a civil war, a load of crap bollocks, again in the media, stirring the crap. And, again, we're used to that. But I think it did have an effect on the club. And I think it's definitely had an effect. Alan Shearer said it yesterday, of course, that he thinks, of course, stuff like that rumbles down to the players. Now that Howe and Mitchell have cleared the air, and PIF have again come out and said very strongly that they want Newcastle to be number one. And they are very factoring on that. Number one. No different, nothing else but number one. Simple as that. So now, Eddie's got to work with these players and get them going. No doubt about it in my eyes. He needs to get these players going now. The time is now. They've got a huge game against Manchester City this weekend. This is the perfect opportunity to start bouncing back and maybe proving to a lot of people that we can play together. The football club is as one. There is unity in the dressing room as well as behind the scenes. Because we haven't seen it this season. We've picked up points. We've been a bit lucky. However, we're still in a very, very good position in the Premier League despite the rocky performances. But it's important now that we keep picking points up and don't let these rocky performances continue where, what happened at Fulham and we just get blown away. Because if we do that, we'll end up down in mid-table and all hell will break loose, won't it? If that does happen. So very positive from Newcastle this morning. Very positive. The clear the air talks, PIF coming out strongly and saying we still want to be number one. That should give all the fan base a huge boost to know that, despite what's gone on in recent weeks, everyone is now pulling together. And fingers crossed we see that on the pitch very soon. The only other bit of news that I wanted to talk about was Kieran Trippier. Now, many media reports are suggesting that he wants to move maybe in January or maybe in the summer. I think it's possibly January because of his personal circumstances. Now, listen, I'm not going to go into his personal circumstances. It's not my position to. I think everybody's read what's gone on. But for Kieran Trippier on a football side of things, he wants to go back abroad. Now, one manager has already declared an interest in Mr. Trippier, and that is Jose Mourinho. So could he be heading for Turkey in January? Watch this space. But, you know, I mean, look, I'm not going to hold it against Kieran Trippier if he wants to leave, especially for family reasons. That's nothing to do with football. You know, he's got to be in the right headspace. His mental health, everything like that comes into a factor with this. And if he wants to move abroad to finish his career away from maybe the limelight of the Premier League, etc., then, you know, I'd wish him well. Absolutely. He's done remarkable things for this football club since he came in, helped us massively in the time he's been here. So I wouldn't have a problem with Kieran moving on. And I don't think any Newcastle fans would. I think they'd wish him well. And if it is mainly for the personal reasons, then who are we to judge? You know what I mean? Just let him live his life. And if he wants to finish his career abroad, good luck to him. Is what I say. But thank you very much for watching, guys. As usual, comment down below about the issues raised today. PIF, I'm so glad they've responded to this very, very quickly, because it kind of shuts the media up when they're trying to cause that dark cloud over St James's Park again. But as I said at the start, if you have enjoyed it, hit that like button, guys. And of course, if you're new, please do subscribe. It is free to do so. Make sure you hit the notification bell, though, so you never miss an upload such as this one or our future live shows. But that's it for now. We will see you soon. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, folks. Take care.